Hello everyone and welcome to Neo Racing League Division Alpha Season 5 here at the Miami Grand Prix. This has been a perfect lap from Gary Gator so far, and it is a quick lap as well. A 101.325 is a very handy middle sector, if I am to be believed, which I'm pretty sure I am. As now Alfred sets a 25.7, even quicker, as can Gary Gator topple him? No, he can't. It's a 26.350, so Alfred reigning supreme here. As now, ladies and gentlemen, we will get ready to go racing. The reds are on, and it's green, lights out, and away we go. Alfred gets a decent start. Gary Gator, though, gets an even better one as he goes down the inside. Big snap for Alfred into turn one. A little bit of contact with the RB's rear wing as the Ferrari of Alex is under pressure from Formula Leon, who has had a fantastic start, but is going to have to nip in behind that Ferrari there. As round the outside goes Alfred, a little bit of contact with Gary Gator. I think he just outbraked himself a little bit there, and Gary Gator will lose the position. Big snap of oversteer and will lose the position to Alex as well, which has actually brought Formula Leon right back in to DRS. As all that is Gary Gator and Formula Leon going side by side. Formula Leon momentarily has the advantage. He has the DRS. However, as at the front, Alex gets himself into P1 past Alfred. As further back, these two still going for it. Formula Leon has to go over the curb in order to not hit Gary Gator. What space left is the question. Stewards maybe will have a little look at that one after the event. But now with Gary Gator all but out of DRS on Alfred, Formula Leon can start putting him under significant pressure. He has the DRS. As now at the front, how close is Alfred going to get with ERS? He's going to go on the outside, and he's going to swoop around the outside. No, he's not, as he goes real wide and has to back out and come back on the track safely. That is going to gain Gary Gator a little bit of the time. This is it. DRS will deploy now. We will go off board. It's going to be round the outside for Alfred. This is his last chance to make the move stick. It's defended well by Alex, and it is going to be the Ferrari of Alex who comes across the line to win the sprint. Alfred will come home P2, and there's some shenanigans going on here. Gary will just beat Formula Leon to the line by 0.06 of a second. So this could be a 25.7 as it stands. It's been fantastic so far. Here we go. Up to the line from Alfred. It's pole, but by how much? It's a 125.721. Wow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we will go racing now. Lights out and away we go. It's a better start from Alfred compared to the sprint race as he blasts away. Absolutely unchallenged. Further behind, the McLaren of Funny Waveband is under pressure from both an Alpine and a Ferrari as Alex has lost the position to Formula Leon. So a great start for him, as in the background there are cars going off the Healer and March, I think, have been round. Passive Zeus and Extreme Enigma going side by side. Passive Zeus is forced to take to the runoff, and now down the inside goes Gary Gator on those hard tyres, playing the long game in this one, but not playing the long game early, making his way past As now here we go. The Alpine of Formula Leon is going to move past Formula Waveband, I think, as well as Alfred on the inside, which switches to the outside. Funny Waveband doesn't give it up. Potentially opens the door for the Ferrari. Not quite. So fierce battles, and even though it's only lap 2, people refuse, drivers refusing to give up track position. One thing to note though, for later in this race, the undercut is so powerful, usually worth about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds a lap. So that would be something for our drivers to consider a little later into this stint, because one undercut and you can be set. Here we go. Funny Waveband isn't going to get close enough, but one man who is Gary Gator, moving himself past Sluskan into P6 as we look at position changes. Only 2 people have moved up the order. Gary Gator has moved up to P6, 4 positions, so a good start for him. And Formula Leon has moved up 1, got himself past Alex. So at the front, a top 4 very much beginning to form. And Alfred setting fastest lap of the race there. Funny Waveband unable to snatch it away even with DRS. So a very strong lap time there from Alfred. And J Hydronics has been dropped. By the top 4, so Gary Gator now moving him, using that opportunity to make himself, gain himself up to P5. As now down the inside goes the Red Bull of Sluskan, a very late lunge, which he has. Oh, I think that was a little bit of an early move over there. There we go. On the inside, J Hydronics getting himself back past Sluskan. As there's not really, as I was about to say, there's not much movement in the top 2. Down the inside goes Alex for P3. A little bit of contact there, and there's some ghosting shenanigans going on. Thankfully, it did not lead to anything disastrous. Ghosting can be absolutely lethal in this game. As at the front, actually, Alfred has got himself out of DRS on Funny Waveband. 1.3 seconds the gap at the moment, oh sorry, excuse me, let's have a look at tyres. The only one choosing hards on this first stint is Gary Gator. So maybe that would suggest a one-stop strategy for Gary Gator. Whereas with the others on the grid, where you can't be sure. Some might try a 2-stop, some might try a 1. You can't be too sure. .6 seconds of the gap now. So Alfred is doing a great job of managing this race as it stands. The man who's got an average qualification position of 1.7, so the man who's very good in qualifying, but has surprisingly only had one race win, so finally he's starting to turn that quick qualifying pace into quick race pace. As now we move down the pack a little bit, we'll check in with March, the man who got damaged relatively early into this race and has been slowly chipping away down the field ever since. He is actually gaining on Passive Zeus, but before he has to come in again, it probably won't be enough. Getting a wheel on he's got damage actually. Getting a wheel on the what's it called, the curb there, a curb that you can't really touch, unfortunately. And I think just by watching him, I believe Alfred is on wheel. Oh my god. His movements are just so smooth. Everything just looks so silk when you watch him. As a wheel has just fallen off my chair. And I have very nearly just fallen off it. I'm just very quickly putting that wheel back on. There we are. Hopefully that is a little better. It does. That wheel does that occasionally. It just decides it wants to fall off. And when it does decide to fall off, I have to put it back on very, very quickly. So there we are. All sorted. That's Passive Zeus getting a 10-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Unfortunately for his race. As March will move up a position. Passive Zeus actually going on to softs, which is very interesting. As now Gary Gator going to make his move up to P4. Those hard tyres are going to start to come alive in comparison to the mediums on the other drivers. As it looks like Formula Leon is actually struggling quite a bit. As now here we go. Down the back straight, he's going to move that in. Is very, very cleanly going to get that move done. Up into the podium places goes Gary Gator. And right now, on those tyres, he definitely has the advantage. Hards are going to be significantly quicker now than anything else. There's Funny Wave Band actually coming into the pits. That means he is committing to the 2-stop, yes, as he is onto another set of medium compounds. So he is going to be 100% committed to a 2-stop. He'll probably come in lap 18 or something for Hards, most likely. Now what can Gary Gator do about the top 3? Can he begin to gain some time? As now Formula Leon gains with DRS there. Wasn't close enough to work a move. As Extreme Enigma overtaking Passive Zeus there, who is also with March now. So March on the much older tyres is under pressure. Here we go, DRS deployed. Oh, that was close. Extreme Enigma choosing the extreme route, and now down the inside has a little look. The Mercedes of Passive Zeus, no, unable to get himself past there. Funny Wave Band is charging and actually has quite a lot of battery at his disposal, but with Alfred having a significant pace advantage, as Gary Gator actually has a little look for a move on Alfred temporarily, but it is shut down. As now here we go, DRS will deploy now. Alfred will move to the inside line. Gary Gator will follow suit, and both of them will get the move on Funny Wave Band done, as we now head to the end of lap 14 and the start of lap 15. It is going to be Alfred back up to P1. He was in second for less than a lap. As now down the inside goes Gary Gator, barely misses the back of Alfred, and now still side by side with Funny Wave Band. These two absolutely not giving it up, and there's contact, and Gary Gator eventually does peel past. Here we go. Let's watch on board with Alex, who is much closer this time to the back of Formula Leon. He's been building up to this for a few laps. DRS will deploy now. There we go. You can see it. Formula Leon is flashing. Alex is not, and he is going to swoop round to the outside. Formula Leon is not going to give this battle up particularly easy though. I think actually Alex has the DRS now. Yes, he does. He dropped back and is going to get the DRS open now. Here we go. And he is going to get the move done into turn one. Very clever driving there from Alex to get that move done on Formula Leon as there's contact. I don't think Formula Leon was quite done with Alex yet. And I think that was probably a miscommunication between the two drivers, a misunderstanding. Perhaps you could put it down to as Gary Gator has actually been in for another set of hard tyres there. The absolutely bulletproof man, who since the very start of the race, nobody has been able to catch. It's been lights to flag for Alfred, who wins the Miami Grand Prix, as now side by side go Alex Carrigot and Formula Leon. Alex is able to keep the position, so second place will go to Alex. Third will be Formula Leon, but he's had a massive slide coming out of the final corner.
Even if Alfred had picked up a penalty, I don't think that he would have dropped off that first place. So of course, the Dane takes his victory home. Alex Carrigot in second, and Formula Leon holding on to that third place despite that mistake late on. The sprint results see Alex Carrigot winning, Alfred in second, Gary Gator in third, Formula Leon in fourth, and Funny Wave Band rounding out the top five. And then the race, Alfred, Alex Carrigot and Formula Leon, as we've already mentioned, Gary Gator picking up that fourth place with Funny Wave Band in fifth. Extreme Enigma, the Healers, Sluzcon and J Hydronics round out the drivers on the first lap, while Marchmeister rounds out the drivers in the points. Alex Carragoat now gets onto around 100 at the top of the standings. Speed Queen dropping a couple of positions with Formula Leon in second, and Alfred moving up to third. This is going to be a fascinating end to the championship. Garrigator in that 5th place behind Speed Queen, probably going to overtake her in the next couple of rounds. J Hydronics dropping to 6th place behind Garrigator. ART Optic, Funny Wave Band, Kevin Cal and Marchmeister rounding out the top 10. With Shootfizz still in 11th, but looking under threat from the Healers, Extreme Enigma and Sluskan, who are all just 2 and 6 points behind, respectively. El Georgiev in 15th, dropping down. Then Passive Zeus, Vakuli, Burl, Blown Smokos and JPS rounding out the top 20. And in the teams, Red Bull on 113 points are still in the lead. Sauber moving up 1 place and still only 3 points behind Red Bull now. So this is going to be a fascinating battle all in itself. Haas are in 3rd place, 4 points behind Sauber and 7 off the top. Alpine just 4 points behind them, and then a big gap back to Ferrari, but they have taken the position off RB.